Okay, I am going to talk about your lights and your locks and parts of your electrical system going wrong inside of your Audi A6. I believe also A4s have the same issue. Right offhand, my locks, my power system for my locks, including my key and my lights and my windows, all went out at the same time, and I happened to notice that it was raining. Okay, well, Audi has somewhat of an issue if you're not careful with what you're doing under the hood, and it will leak inside of the cabin, down under the floor. If you go in and it's just your lights and your windows, you can, I believe, replace fuse 14 and see if that works. If it is not the fuse, it is likely the comfort control module that is located underneath the carpet. As you can see, I have disgusting residue and stuff from the carpet getting wet. I dried this out. I actually, instead of taking this panel off and then the screws out and then popping the carpet up, I just cut my carpet open because I am tired of having to pull everything apart to try to get to the parts that I need when my car is old enough, so as I do not give a shit whether the carpet is destroyed or not. Anyhow, under your carpet, you have a box. Yes, this box right here was completely submerged in water, up to about here. I opened the box up, inside of it was water. This is your comfort control module. It does control your auto locks, your auto windows, your interior lights. I had an issue with my hazard lights and my turn signals, all due to this one box. Inside the box, which you can pop up, there are two push pins on the one side. You can open it up. Inside of the box was completely filled with water. All of my connectors were jacked, so I bought a unit with connectors attached to it, and then went in and for every single cord inside of the box replaced my connectors. It is a pain in the ass. You may not have to replace your connectors. Mine were in very poor condition. They were rotted. I replaced the box and the comfort control unit, and lo and behold, almost everything in my car works except for the windows. That took me a little bit of extra doing to figure that out, but if you do replace your comfort control unit, be sure that you have a second key to your car, because you cannot program your car, and the only way to lock you cannot program your key to your car without the second key. And the only way to lock the driver's side door is with your key, and once the comfort control unit is replaced, you can not lock your car without your second key, because you need to program it. To program the second key, you can look up online. There are directions. It's easy as putting the key in the ignition, turning it to the on position, getting out of your car, and then sticking your second key in the door, or actually shutting the car, pushing the lock button, waiting 10 seconds, pushing the unlock button. Anyhow, if you are having these electrical issues, this comfort control unit located underneath your floor, which you will be able to feel water down there. Just put your hand on there, you'll feel moisture. If it's moisture, it's extremely likely that it's completely filled with water underneath. Okay? As to why this happens. Now, there's a lot of videos on there being water under there, and there's a lot of videos on how it happens, but I'm going to put it all together so that you can put 2 and 2 together and figure this all out, so that you don't have it happen multiple times. Why this happens Okay, as to why this happens. Here is your engine control unit, or whatever you want on ECU. It is located in this box. Behind this box, back in here, there is a spot where water will get and can be blocked off. And once it is blocked off, it has nowhere to go besides inside of your cabin. So, to be frank about this, this bolt here and the bolt on the other side holding this box in, ouch, anyhow, the bolts on the other side holding the bottom of the box in are extremely important. Without those locked down, you do not have a complete seal. The box itself also needs to be completely sealed. There's a bolt in the back that's extremely hard to get to. All of the bolts all the way around it. If it is open at all, you will end up getting clogs back here on both sides, which I recommend if you pull the box or you can get back in there, clean that out so that the water can't overflow into your cabin. So that's why your water will overflow into your cabin, is because that is clogged up with debris or whatever, and maybe some of those screws are missing, or it's just clogged with debris and the seal is bad. That will pour into your cabin and completely destroy your engine control unit, or your comfort control unit inside of your cabin, making it so that your electrical system inside of your cabin goes completely haywire. Additionally, if you're having issues with your transmission or transmission controls, or you're having issues with your VAGCOM reading your transmission controls and things like that, under the other side over here, which I have not cut open yet, but I did replace, is your transmission control unit. That really has an issue with getting water in it, because it's not a bolt that could be missing. It's literally a spot underneath the battery, which I'll show you right now just so that you know. This is where the water gets in for the TCU, transmission control unit. It goes underneath your battery, down in here, and underneath there is a hole about the size of a quarter that lets it drain out onto the ground. That is easily clogged. I found that the reason that mine was clogged was because I dropped a connector, the red cap that goes on top of the battery, down in there, and I thought, oh shit, well, I'm not going to get that. Well, I should have fucking got it, because after a while my transmission control unit decided to take a shit because my cabin filled with water. Well, that's just big enough for pretty much anything that you drop down there to clog it up, or even small leaves or anything like that to clog it up. So you have to remove your battery, you have to remove the bracket, you have to remove a bolt on this side, a bolt on the other side, pull the plate that's underneath the battery out, and then clean the inside of that hole. Remove the rubber piece, clean inside of the rubber piece, make sure that there's nothing down in the hole, put the rubber piece back, and then you should be good, and your cabin should not overflow. That's part of the reason why my transmission control unit was needing to be replaced. And those are all easily accessible. Okay. Now, just a second, let me throw this piece back on here. Make sure when you put the piece, the rubber connector back on, that it goes over the entire thing, because that can at least leak any sorts of exhaust or heat into the vent compartment on the other side. That's where your cabin filter is. Anyhow, this is what the unit looks like. Make sure that you match the model number exactly. The 4BO962258J. Match that exactly when you replace yours. Be sure to have the key. Make sure that you can reprogram your key. If you don't care about locking your door, then I guess it doesn't matter if you have your key. But like I said, first, before that, if it's just your interior lights and your windows, make sure you check the panel. I believe it's fuse 14 or 15. I'm pretty sure it's 14. And the lights and windows should work. I did get my windows working after a while. I was messing with my key and unlocked a whole bunch of times and started pushing buttons. And I was listening to the unit itself, and just randomly my windows started rolling down. I'm not sure if it has to do with a safety feature with the key, or a safety feature or something that you have to do, but I unlocked 4 or 5 times and then my windows started working. So if you are having issues, check the box under here, check for corrosion. When you pull the box out and you have your box like this, these are just little connectors. You can literally pull this side panel off. Hold up a second, I'll try to do it. It's easier with a screwdriver. You can just pop them into those little grooves, and this side panel will come off. Let me grab a screwdriver really quick since I got a whole bunch in here. Okay, you can pop these. I don't mind. This one's already, I already put this one in there. There's one of the connectors. There's another. You can break into this box. Try not to push your screwdriver too far in there, because there are delicate connectors and things like that that you do not need to run into with your screwdriver. Just a second here. It's a pain in the ass to get off this one. It's obviously never been taken off before, had any rot to it.